I have a question. Why do I have to pay $200 for a Zoom meeting?
Well, I could give you a $2,500 fine.
Don't matter to me. Well, ma'am, I'm just repeating what you said to me. If it was a mistake, then it was a mistake. But you just said supervised probation. That was the whole point.
What's the whole point?
All right, thank you. Never
What's
mind.
the whole point?
I'm talking to the officer.
The officer isn't your legal advisor. If you don't do that, and if you don't do what I told you to do, then you can go down to the street to the county jail.
Today, we're watching one of the most entitled defendants you'll ever see stroll into a courtroom like she owns the place. The attitude is off the charts, and it's obvious she truly believes the rules don't apply to her. She fires off comments at the judge as casually as if she's reading from a checklist. Pure attitude, non-stop disrespect, and a permanent scowl to match. It's the kind of behavior that makes a bailiff shift a little closer, just in case. What really makes this wild is how confident she is that the judge won't respond just as quickly as she's rolling her eyes. Spoiler alert, that confidence is about to be tested. Today, she's going to learn exactly what that kind of courtroom attitude earns you when patience runs out and consequences don't. Will she learn the easy way or the hard way? Quick PSA before we get into it. I've seen a few comments saying it looks like I'm talking over the case during my commentary. I'm not. When I'm speaking, the clips playing are moments you've already seen earlier in the video. I use them so you're not staring at a blank screen. It's just my editing style, and hopefully that clears things up. Enjoy the video.
All right, Mr. Patterson, how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, in this case, I would announce that Ms. Contreras would be entering a plea of guilty to count 1, driving after being declared habitual violator. States agreed to dismiss count 2.
And that's your agreement, Ms. Pierce?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Contreras, how do you plead then to count 1, driving after being declared an habitual violator?
Guilty.
You're admitting that on November 19th, 2023, you were driving in Butler County and that your license was revoked at the time?
Yes.
Do you remember where you were driving when the officer stopped you?
On the interstate.
Okay, out on the Turnpike, I-35, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were driving and your license was revoked as an habitual violator, is that correct?
Yes.
Is anyone making you enter this plea by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
Do you understand with this plea you are giving up your right to a trial and your right to appeal conviction?
Yes.
I will accept your plea and find you guilty. Recommendations for sentencing?
Judge, we have discussed a 6 months controlling, 1 year non-reporting probation, a fine of $200 court costs. And I think that's all, Judge.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
We would ask court to adopt the recommendations. I am court appointed in this case.
All right. Where do you work, Ms. Contreras?
Wichita.
Okay. What kind of work do you do there in Wichita?
CNA.
CNA. Okay. At this time, I will sentence you to 6 months in the Butler County Jail and fine you $200. Order court costs of $108. And Mr. Patterson, you said you're appointed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your attorney's fees will be $250. I believe that totals $558. I will grant you a 1 year reporting probation, and as long as you're successful on that, you will not have to serve the 6 months. But all standard conditions will apply, primarily 2 specific conditions. Number 1, do not violate any law during this 12 months and get the $558 paid. How much time do you need to pay that, if any?
I have a question. Why do I have to pay $200 for a Zoom meeting?
Why do you have to pay a $200 fine?
Yeah, why do I have to pay a $200 court fine?
Well, I could give you a $2,500 fine.
Don't matter to me. But okay, that's fine.
The fine can be anywhere up to $2,500. Your status is an habitual violator. That means you have been convicted so many times in traffic A and B misdemeanors that you qualify for revocation of license for 3 years.
Okay.
All right, any more questions about that?
Nope.
Okay,
Oh, I do have one more question. Is it supervised probation or is it unsupervised probation?
well, the recommendations of the parties was 1 year, but I'm starting to get concerned about your attitude and wondering if you need supervised, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to.
Oh, ma'am, you said supervised. He said unsupervised, and then you said 1 year supervised. I don't get it. I didn't hear it.
Well, if I had meant supervised, I would have added a $60 supervision fee.
She said that.
But like I said, I'm really getting concerned that,
Well, ma'am, I'm just repeating what you said to me. If it was a mistake, then it was a mistake. But you just said supervised probation at the end.
You can practically feel the tension building in the courtroom, like everyone's waiting for the exact second she finally pushes the judge too far. Every moment this drags on, she just doubles down on the entitlement. She's acting like the judge is the one on trial, and she's there to hand out performance reviews. When the judge brings up her record and labels her a habitual violator, you can almost hear the legal system sigh. This girl collects violations like loyalty points. A $200 fine at this stage is borderline mercy, and she's still behaving like she shouldn't have to pay a single cent. What really gets me is how she keeps questioning the court's procedures, as if she spent more than 5 minutes reading anything other than her own text messages. Asking a judge why, in that tone, is a courtroom equivalent of lighting a match in a fireworks factory. And the wild part, the fact that she's even eligible for probation instead of jail time should have had her sitting quietly, nodding respectfully, and thanking every legal deity imaginable. Instead, she's tossing out smug little facial expressions like she's performing for an invisible audience. Judges notice that. Body language absolutely counts, especially when you're already digging yourself into a hole. And this judge clearly isn't here to play games. Every word coming from the bench is basically a warning shot that the defendant refuses to hear. Supervised, unsupervised, it shouldn't matter. You should just be grateful you're not getting cuffed today. But no, she wants to argue terms like she's negotiating a contract. At this point, the judge looks ready to give her exactly what she's been asking for, a one-way upgrade to jail time and a bigger fine. And honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if that's exactly where this attitude leads her. Let's see what the judge decides, because she's seconds away from learning this lesson the hard way.
And I know everybody in this room heard it, just like I heard it.
Mr. Patterson, is that what you heard?
Judge, I would prefer a breakout room with my client if I could.
Miss Cheryl, did you hear that?
I will ask you that, Miss Cheryl, because it is not appropriate for you to talk to counsel directly, other than your own. Miss Pierce, did you hear me say that supervised?
Yes, Your Honor. I heard you say reporting.
Reporting? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but that still did not justify a response. Mr. Patterson, I'll give you just about a minute with your client.
That's all I need, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Contreras, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Your fine is, again, $200, court costs $108, $250 attorney fees, for a total of $558. Your sentence, again, is 6 months. If you do not want to serve that 6 months, you need to be successful on a 1-year non-reporting probation. Non-reporting meaning you do not see a probation officer, but you are nevertheless on probation. If you violate the law during the next year, your probation can be revoked and you can serve the 6 months. If you fail to pay the $558 in the time I tell you, your probation can be revoked and you can serve your jail sentence. You also can get a collection agent if you don't pay, and you can add more time to the revocation of your driver's license if you don't pay. Now, I am willing to work with you on that payment schedule. Can you pay the whole $558 today, or do you need some time to pay?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
All
You
right.
go ahead.
What I will do is give you an order that you pay at least. Will you tell me how much you want to pay? Can you pay $100 a month so that you can have this paid off in the 6 months to get your probation over?
No, I thought I had a year of probation.
So you want to make it in payments of a 12th, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I will grant you 1/12. I don't usually do that on non-reporting probation. So if I have to set it out that far, I will make it reporting probation because I need someone to monitor that and to make sure you're in compliance. So do you want to try to pay it off in 6 months, or do you want to pay it off in a year, but make it reporting probation?
Ms. Contreras, do you understand what she's asking?
Yeah, I understand what she's saying.
Can you get it paid off within the 6 months?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, understand that's probably twice what I usually give folks. All right, so you'll need to make payments of about $100 a month and have that paid off in 6 months. And
I understand.
I know you understand, but your attitude is still an issue that troubles me. If you don't want to be back here before me or another judge on an issue to revoke probation, make sure you comply with the 2 terms I've given you. $100 payments until paid in full. First payment will be due November 21st, 2024. You will have a payment due the 21st day of every month thereafter until paid. So November 21st and the 21st of each month thereafter at the rate of $100 until paid.
Can I ask the question?
Certainly.
I have never known a judge to set up a payment plan, but I understand what you're saying. I get it paid off before then.
I'm transferring this to reporting probation. There will be a $60 probation fee. You will be required to report to probation as soon as this hearing is over. Go to the probation office down the hall and report. This will be a 1-year reporting probation. All standard conditions will apply, and they will go over those, and you will sign off on those, or you will not be given probation. You'll serve your 6 months. Payment plan that you're not used to, I'm still going to give you the order to pay $100 a month with your first payment due on October 21st, 2024, due on the 21st of each month thereafter.
That's the whole point.
What's the whole point?
All right, thank you. Never
What's
mind.
the whole point?
I'm talking to the officer.
The officer isn't your legal advisor. Mr. Patterson is. The whole point is to keep you out of jail. And if I have much more problem, I'm going to say, forget probation. Let's just take her into custody and take her to jail for 6 months. Deputy, don't be doing that. Don't be mean with her.
We need to write this down. There was no point in writing this down, but thank you.
I was just writing down her fines and stuff that she had, and I changed it.
Well, I know
and
you
added
were
the
trying to help her,
$60.
deputy, but I don't think that's appropriate. So don't be doing that. Where
Down
are
the
you
street.
going?
I'm going down the street.
No, you're going down the hall to probation.
Yes, down the hall.
If you don't do that, and if you don't do what I told you to do, then you can go down to the street to the county jail. You know,
Ma'am.
you don't have yourself in that big of a predicament, but you just keep making it worse with your attitude and your responses. So I'm going to let you go now before you get yourself in any worse trouble. But you better be respectful to the folks in the court services, a lot more respectful than you've been to court.
Understand.
Thank you. You may go.
She has absolutely no one to blame but herself. Everything that happened in that courtroom was a direct result of her own mouth and her own attitude. I don't know why she thought it was smart to keep talking after the judge made it crystal clear what was expected of her. Judges don't repeat themselves for fun. They do it because they're giving you chances you probably don't deserve. Instead of taking a hint, she kept tossing out remarks like she was trying to speedrun her way into a worse outcome. The judge openly said she was concerned about her attitude, and rather than adjusting, the defendant basically said, "Let me prove you right." So instead of non-reporting probation, she walked out with supervised probation, something she acted shocked by, even though she personally constructed that outcome with her behavior. Honestly, I'm surprised the judge tolerated her for as long as they did. Plenty of judges would have shut that down immediately, and switching someone to reporting supervision isn't even that harsh. It's the court saying, you've shown you can't be trusted on autopilot. If anything, she's lucky this didn't turn into 6 months in jail, because the judge absolutely had the authority to make that happen. People forget that judges can modify probation terms on the spot when there's clear disrespect or noncompliance happening right in front of them. This case is a perfect example of that. The real question is whether she'll actually learn from this, or she'll be right back in that same seat next month. What do you think? Did the judge go easy on her, or should the consequences have been harsher? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.